Hey, what's going on, guys? Danger here, and welcome back to Danger Games. Happy Halloween. In spirit of the spooky holiday, I've got a spooky Brawl brew for you guys. So today I'm playing Tinybones, this little tiny cute little... Oh, shit. So Tinybones, for those of you who don't know, reads as a one colorless, one black skeleton rogue 1/2 kind of discard tribal guy. So he reads at the beginning of each end step, and if opponent discarded a card this turn, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. And then for 4 colorless and 2 black, each opponent with no cards in hand loses 10 life. What this deck is really trying to do is just rip every card out of your opponent's hand very quickly and then just go into the long game. We're not going to be able to win very quickly. In EDH, you just have access to a lot more of these kind of enabler cards that pair really well with Tinybones. So while we don't have access to everything that we'd really like, we do have some of the key elements like Waste Not here, which really gives us a ton of value every time our opponent discards a card. We even recently, I guess, I don't know how recently, but Bone Miser, the kind of creature version of Waste Not's available as well. One of the big downsides to Tinybones and Brawl in particular is that for Tinybones to really pop off, you need an engine. You need something that is going to be consistently making your opponent discard cards. So you need something like Liliana of the Veil, which is an all-star in this deck. You need something like Oppression. You need something like even Hypnotic Spectre, which I realize this card has not aged as well as other people, as power creep has been crazy for creatures, but the hippie's coming back today. We're getting this guy in here. He's turned sideways. People are going to be discarding cards left and right. Yeah, one thing I've noticed with the deck so far is that, like I said, you really want an engine, but it also loses a lot of life. So I'm trying out Monoist Gravliner as just another way to gain a little bit of life. We'll see if it's worth it or not, but let's jump into some spooky matches. All right, let's go. What am I doing, man? Let's just go play some games. All right, guys, welcome in for round 1. We're going to be going against Narset Transcendent the Brilliant. I believe that's the Planeswalker version. And this hand, I think I will keep it. I've got a Waste Not. I don't really have any discard enablers, but I think I'm going to keep this. Use Gemstone Caverns for sure, and I think, I'm gonna pitch the Slasher. That's my only real threat, but I don't need a threat immediately. We're trying to go into the long game here, so because of that, I've got another land. Let's blow up their command tower. Hopefully they strip mine. Good card. Good card. All right. Round 2, we're going against Kefka Court Mage. This is going to be control versus control. I don't think we can keep this. We don't have any black mana. We do have the strip mine again. Ancient Tombs, obviously a powerful card, but yeah, we need a swamp. Strip Mine, pretty busted card. I like it in Brawl, but there's definitely a question of whether or not it should be in the format. I think so, but I'm also all for the most powerful strategies possible, but I realize it can make for some unfun play patterns. This hand has black mana, it's got removal, it's got an engine in Liliana, it's got a payoff, and well, I guess we just drew it, but this is going to be a control game. The removal is probably not going to be great against Kefka. I mean, it'll kill Kefka, but this could be an interesting game. Okay, so I think I will... So our plan is to play one of these guys and then hopefully resolve a Liliana next turn. They probably got removal. They're both pretty weak to removal. They don't die to Doomblade, though. I think I'm just going to play this Tinybones for now. If it eats removal, it eats removal, but it goes back to the command zone. Hopefully he taps out for like something. Liliana is such an important card in this deck and strategy. I don't think we should cast that yet into the open mana like this. It just feels like they've got something. Maybe they've got... I don't know. We'll see what happens. Pass. Okay, what do I want to give them? Go land, interaction. Okay, I'm doing like that. No. That's what feels right. I'm sure it's wrong. But what are they gonna take? Okay. So they have a counter spell. They've got enough cards in the graveyard that they can counter anything they want with Drown the Lock. And I'm gonna need... Maybe I should have played... we'll play it now. Probably should have played it last turn. Don't know I'm playing it main phase of 1, but I am. That's the decision I made, and I'm sticking to it because it's on the stack and I can't do anything about it. But I should have held back, just attack, get as much information out of them. Maybe they had a removal spell and I would have wanted to recast them. But let's pass. I guess I could talk Anuma. Should be 2 mana to do that right now. Yeah. Look for something. Toxic Deluge. Okay. Man. Another, like I said, we have... So he's got the Drown the Lock. I've got to play something. I'm going to try Tinybones again. Keeps up Dismember for Kefka. Let's put Tinybones. Yeah, he's got to go to the command zone. We need to draw some discard spells to punch a hole through their defenses right now. That Drown the Lock. Oh, okay, we got a window. Yes, we'll discard. I guess I'll discard Bitter Triumph. Go for the throat. I mean, I feel like the thing we're going to need to kill the most is Kefka. Go for the throat kills it without having to pay a bunch of life, which I'm about to do right here. I probably should have done that before the ability resolved, so there was less chance that they could have drawn like a Spell Pierce or a miscast, but you were not punished. Okay, so we drew some discards, so let's see if we can't let's clear the path. Can either pull I don't think this can kill planeswalkers, right? Interesting. What do they have in their hand? Is it just bombs, or maybe not particularly efficient removal? I think I'm going to discard the opposition agent. If I can get Turgid in next turn, that would be pretty sweet. Emperor of Bones. Nice, okay. It's got Fury. Wow, okay, so... Oh boy, Liliana is gone. That is unfortunate. Emperor of Bones, strong card. If this was a legendary, I actually would have probably made a spooky Emperor of Bones skeleton deck instead of Tinybones, but Tinybones is so close to popping off. Just give him a second. So I think I have to get this Emperor of Bones out of the way, or else he'll be able to... He's got... I think, yeah, getting that Fury back is whenever he wants for 2 mana. Would have been too good. So, let's see if I can't ambush him with this Orcish Bowmasters. I'm definitely not in a great spot, but the game's not over until it's over. Alright, here comes Kefka. So, I guess if I cast Bowmasters, I lose my Turgid. Yeah, I think I let this resolve. And I discard Bowmasters. I would like to get that going, but I think if I can only have one of these cards, Turgid's going to be more impactful. Man, Kefka. Is Kefka the better discard deck? Not nearly as spooky as Tinybones, though. It's got Cling to Dust at the ready. Yeah, let's play Turgid. And hope that there's not some sort of removal in his hand, which is undoubtedly the case. Ooh, Subtlety. Wow. Got him. Being me. I think we're gonna need something more impactful than Turgid at this point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to draw Damnation, Toxic Deluge. Extinction Event would do it since these are both odd. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. They're still just 1 land away from being able to recast Kefka again. But I still have a decent amount of life to work with here. That's actually nice. They get to draw less cards since I have nothing to discard. Joke's on you. Are we going to get to see Fleam in action? Perfect. A swamp. Well, let's play Tinybones. They've got one card left in hand. I might just be dead this next turn, but if not, I can maybe dome him. Dome him for 10. And then die. Oh, or I might just die anyways. Yeah, let's move him to the command zone. Oh, yep, they saw the hull. Here it comes. Here it comes. All right. Trounced. Okay. Yep. So, like I was saying, one of this deck's major weaknesses is just not having a... It needs a higher critical mass of discard spells to really pop off. You can see how this deck really struggled against blue without something to punch through their hand. Like, I had even though I had Lilium, which is one of the strongest engines with it, I never had a good window to resolve it. Maybe I should have tried jamming it when they had Sauron's Ransom. Maybe they didn't have anything else in hand, but, you know, so it goes. Alrighty. What are we playing against? We are playing against Najeela, 5 colors. Okay. I like this hand. I wish it had a little bit more early interaction. We have Duress, which it would be kind of nice to have a second copy of a discard spell. One for turn 1 to punch a hole through their hand, give our Tinybones a little bit of protection, you know, and then be able to fire it off next turn. Let's see what we draw. As of right now, I think we'll probably want to, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not committed to anything. Oh, well, no, I have to. No, I have to. So, let's Duress. I think knowing what their kind of plan going forward is, I think getting the information is going to be good. So they've got no removal. That is great to see. We don't have any more discard until we can get a flip jack going. I don't know how to properly pronounce that. So, ooh, Hippie's looking pretty good right here, actually. I think I let them have a turn with Bloom Tender. Dismember the... Oh, that's pretty good. We are going to need to kill Derevi because that is definitely a combo with Najeela. But I don't think they can get up to Najeela mana this turn. Perfect. Another piece of removal. So I want to be able to kill this and Derevi when they come in. I need something to leave the play for Fatal Bush to be on. So I don't actually think I have anything without giving up Tinybones. I think... Let's play the Gravliner. This lets them get in, but Tinybones wasn't going to be blocking too much anyways. And then let's just dismember now before they can untap and make a bunch of mana with Bloom Tender. Man, I haven't resolved a Hypnotic Spectre in a minute, or I haven't even registered one in a second. I'm excited. It's one of my all-time favorites. I love this card. I also hate it. I love playing it against people. Hate facing it myself. Okay, so that's a little awkward that we don't have I think, yeah, let's... So my options are Fatal pushing the Bloom Tender and playing Nethergoyf, which would be a 3-4. I guess that's probably better than playing the Hypnotic Spectre and trying to get an engine going, because they... It's drawing during the end step. Yeah, let's kill the Bloom Tender. Oh, math's tough. I only have instant and sorcery. That is okay. I think I would still, I think at this point it's going to be harder for them to get in there. Tinybones trades with at least one warrior pretty well. No, that's a warrior as well, of course. Ooh. It's about to be a riot. I'm in danger. So, I guess... I think... Yeah, I'm gonna I know... Yeah, I'm gonna trade with the Nagila. I haven't played a land yet. Okay. So, I think it's tempting to jam this. But I think that Hypnotic Spectre being another blocker is going to be better. Now the question is, do I give it... I'm gonna do it. I know I just said it'd be a good blocker, but I think that the lifelink is going to be better in the long term. So while I'll take an extra 1 damage this turn, I'll gain 2 life next turn. They drew another land, but so did I. Waha! So I think I'm just gonna try to get this gentleman going, but let's attack with Hypnotic Spectre first. Get that last card out of their hand. And I'll draw a card, and then let's play Eject, which I think could be pretty good here. Voice of Victory, alright, that's good. Love to draw one more mana so I can get Bone Miser going. So I think, yeah, Jack blocks Voice of Victory. Tinybones blocks a warrior. Interesting. So let's go to combat. And I'm just going to attack with Jacked. I think I want, because I don't need the discard trigger from both of these guys, just one. And I think having the life linking blocker to take a token will be better. Yeah, let's just attack with Jack. Going for the long game. We're here for a long time, not for a fun time. I think comes back untapped as well. Perfect. Okay, and I think at this point, let's just play another blocker. I think this is where we kind of turn the tide. So the question is, do I 6? Yeah, this turns into a guy with 6, so let's give Rankle lifelink as well. Perfect. And now we've got another lifelinking blocker. Draw another card. Some removal. That is beautiful. They're going to get Nagila here, which will get them... Okay, so they cast Nagila. They get 3 more tokens. Block the big guy with my big dude. Let's block some tokens. Gain some life. So we'll take 4. We'll gain 5. Go up to 6. 4. Math's tough. Okay. Hey, we got another Tinybones. Still no lands, which is awkward. So, what do I want to do here? I don't want to sign in blood because that's a little scary. I think I will. I want to keep Braska's final. Let's go to combat. Let's swing with Rankle. And none. Play Tinybones, another blocker. I think I want to save... Oh, math stuff. I guess I could have killed the cloud. For whatever reason, I was thinking that was 5. That's embarrassing. Another land. Okay. That's all right. Even though you've untapped a bunch of guys, I'm still gonna... I mean, it kind of gives me... I think, yeah, I will just trade with him. Okay. So I'm feeling good here, but let's not throw this away. I think I am comfortable signing and blooding myself now. There's another land. I think I'm just going to... This feels a little silly, but I think just getting the last of the pressure out of here will be good in the long run. And each player... Yeah. I wasn't sure if I could make him draw then discard just to get the Tinybones trigger, but I cannot. I don't think I'm going to cast Call the Ring. I guess I'm at 13. Maybe I could have. I'm feeling pretty good about my position here. And that's game. Yeah, it was probably not going to end very quickly, but it was going to happen at some point. Awesome. Well, I'm glad we got to see Tinybones kind of do its thing. Like I said, it definitely is kind of a mono black control deck. That I feel like that last game that was a pretty good showing for Tinybones and kind of exactly how that deck wants to play. That is, I'm sure you kind of saw at the end, I had a bunch of discard spells left in hand, where that is kind of the tension of the deck, where you are eventually going to get to the point where your opponent's top decking and they're going to be playing whatever they're drawing, where a lot of your spells kind of become useless, which is kind of a nature of the beast, where maybe if you're trying to play a discard deck, having one of the discard engines like Liliana in the command zone instead might be a better option, where you can probably run fewer of those weaker discard spells. You can still make them discard a lot, and then playing Tinybones as a part of the 99. Hope you guys all have a wonderful Halloween. Stay safe out there. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this kind of content. If you let me know if you want to see more. But thanks again. Have a wonderful holiday, everybody.